Okay, so there were some people who were asking, what is the purpose of the canned goods on my cutting table? Well, it's simple. They're weights. That's all. Yes, they sell special fabric weights for doing stuff like this, but why spend money on that and have to make my prices higher? See, when I take these seats apart and the fabric is all wrinkled from where it was stitched and all of that stuff, I have to straighten this out before I can make a pattern out of it. So, I gotta take and like basically iron it flat, and I got a piece of fabric on top of it because I don't want the metal on the iron to touch the vinyl directly. It will melt it. You get it hot enough, it will distort it and mess it up. And I need to keep this piece to make a pattern with. So, and this particular piece is damaged really bad. So I gotta try to fix this piece before I can make a pattern out of it. But first I gotta get it to lay straight. So I gotta go through and iron each piece. A lot of people don't get it. All the work, all the hard shit is in getting the old covers taken off, pulling out all the damn staples, and taking the cover apart to get pieces to make a pattern with. So you're basically copying the old one. And if your pieces aren't straight and flat, your pattern won't be right. And I'm really, really picky about cleanliness. So, okay, I'm gonna tell you what I do. I go to the thrift store and find like really good quality sheets for a few bucks. And I've got like a stack of good quality like hotel sheets and stuff like that I keep to cover my cutting table. And so that way, when one gets dirty, I can just slap another one on here, wash the other one. And sometimes I'll cut them up. When they get really raggedy, I'll cut them up to use them for rags like this, where I used to iron stuff and just cover stuff, or cover areas when I'm going to glue a lot of stuff. And that way I don't care if they get messed up and thrown away. I'll just pull out some more. And I can't stand nothing under my feet. I can't stand like strings and scraps and stuff under my feet because I like being barefooted. I don't like shoes. And so I'm stopping every couple of hours to air dust the floor and make sure there ain't nothing under my feet. So basically you got to get it hot, put some weight on it, let it cool. You might have to go over it a couple of times with a little steam, because you need to soften up some of that vinyl. Now sometimes you're going to encounter some vinyl that's just so old and cracked and damaged that there is no straightening to it, and you're just going to have to make a pattern from the foam or the cushion or whatever. But that's just part of the game. Alright, so see how damaged that piece is? And I didn't finish ironing it down here on this very end. Stitches over here that need to be pulled out. Yeah, so when you take these apart, all the stitches have to be plucked out or cut out. One or the other. But those pieces need to come loose. And you need to try to preserve the shape and not damage them too much. Don't pull on them and stretch on them while they hot, or you'll distort them. Alright. Now, so what we're going to do is try to glue that back right there. So I'm going to get this hot and bend this piece back to where it was. And go from there. And so up under this board I have a couple of layers of headliner foam and a piece of cardboard down there. So I can pin directly into my cutting board if I want to. Yeah, and I'm not an expert. I have been doing this a long time though. And my way may not be the way that everybody else does things, but I do what works. I'm completely self-taught. So everything I know I learned from trial and error and screwing up thousands of dollars worth of fabric and replacing it and starting over and figuring out what I did wrong. Keep trying until I get it right. trying to give myself some space. So I can put a patch on this. Got to work on it a little bit at a time. So it'll cool kind of quick. But you need that vinyl kind of warm so it'll be a little flexible and you can maneuver it easier. Get some more pins. Okay. So we're getting down to this part. I gotta put some water in my iron. Go on and do this piece right here. Okay. So I don't know if you can see this. So I've got both sides of that rip pinned. So that it's back like it was, as close as possible. So now, what I'm gonna do, I got Landau adhesive in here. Some, it's not just regular rubber cement, although you can use some contact cement for small stuff. When that stuff sticks, it sticks. So, all I'm gonna do is go through and put some on the vinyl. Right along the rip. Take a scrap of fabric. It's just so that I can curve it. Oops. And see, this is why I get these sheets from the thrift store. Because if I destroy them, it's no big deal. I do a lot of different stuff to try to keep my prices low. The lower my overhead is, the less I have to charge my customers. But there are a lot of stuff that a lot of things that I should charge for that I don't. And I don't know. Yes, I need to make money. Yes, I need to make a lot of money. But I'm not a greedy person. And as long as I can survive, as long as I got the bare necessities, roof over my head, food to eat, just basic household items. I got to have my cleaning stuff now, cause yeah. Stuff has to be clean around me. And it's not about dirt. Dirt don't bother me. I love cleaning. I will go to my friend's house, and I don't care how neat and how clean they are. I'll snatch the sofas out and clean behind the sofas and the stove and refrigerator. Stuff that never gets touched just because I love cleaning. It ain't because I think it's dirty. Nope, not at all. And I'm gonna tell you, I clean some shit. Literal shit. There are some people in this world that are just nasty. Just nasty, filthy, disgusting. And I don't know how people live like that. I can't do it. My kitchen and my bathroom got to be the two cleanest places in the house. Got to be. Alright. So, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start pulling the pins. Put some water in my eye. Don't worry, I can clean the bottom of my iron off. Okay, so now, see, I got to change my sheet up. But I think we should be able to safely make a pattern and know that we're going to get it right. let that cool off, put some water in the iron, and we'll keep on going.